Found my buddy Jody over here, some Super Dad. I'm fired up to hear all about this Hasselback chicken you got going on.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a twist on just plain old chicken breast. There's a couple of different combinations I like. I'm going to show you guys that a little bit later. What about you, Jason? What you got going on over there?
What do I got going on? I got some steak, and I just got through making some homemade naan bread. So we got a ribeye. We're going to slice it up nice and happy. Put a little zucchini, some onions, tomato. I don't know if you ever had elderberry before. Elderberry.
I'm taking the vitamins.
Exactly. It is. It's like it's a health supplement, which is really strange. It's a syrup. So you reduce it with a little balsamic vinegar, and we're going to drizzle that on top. It's going to be super tasty.
I'm going to be doing some Hasselback chicken. We're going to be doing it at about 350 degrees. Essentially, we're going to be taking some chicken breast here. I've got some beautiful raw chicken breast. We're going to stay as sanitary as possible. We're going to be making 4 or 5 incisions in this chicken. We're not going to cut all the way through. We're going to be making slits in it. That way, we can slide some yummy goodness on up in those crevices. 2 ways that I'm going to make it for you. One is an Italian way. So we're going to use some fresh sliced mozz, Roma tomatoes, and then at the end, we're going to add a little bit of fresh basil to make it off the chain good. And then the second one, which is my absolute favorite, Alice Springs Hasselback chicken. It's on the menu at Outback. I'm not sure if it's a wide thing, but essentially it's a chicken breast with mushrooms, bacon, honey mustard, and I believe they use Colby Jack cheese, but today we're going to be using Gouda cheese to melt on top.
Make that chicken. I want to see what Alice is all about.
Right. So we've got these chicken breasts. We're going to go ahead and slit them up where we're going to put all of our yummy goodness. Again, you don't want to cut all the way through. You just want to cut about 3/4 of the way through the chicken. That way you can stuff it full of deliciousness and it actually stays in that pocket. 4 to 5 slits. Sometimes you get some really big chicken breast out and you can make 5 to 6 slits. Make sure these slits are good and deep. So we're going to season it extra virgin olive oil just to give something for our rub to stick to, but we're just giving it a little bit extra flavor. So for our Italian, I'm of course going to use our Colden's freaking Greek seasoning, and it is the absolute perfect combination of salt, pepper, garlic, oregano, coriander, cardamom, marjoram, thyme, nutmeg. It's got a bunch of that good stuff in it. It's going to help flavor your food deliciously. For the Alice Springs, I want a little bit of kick in it, a bit of spiciness, so I'm going to use that Ron's Screaming Pig Rub. It's good and savory.
Oh, that stuff is really tasty, Jody.
Love it.
You like it? Again, the Italian one is easy. Just 3 ingredients, some fresh sliced mozz, some Roma tomatoes, and then when it comes off, we're going to put some fresh basil on it. But we're going to dress it up with just a little bit of Italian, give it a little bit of moisture, and then we're going to hit it with a little bit of balsamic glaze at the end. Just going to bring everything together. That sweetness is really going to tie all of those flavors together. All right, so you guys can see we stuffed that Italian breast with that delicious fresh mozz and those Roma tomatoes. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to build our Alice Springs. So I've got some already cooked bacon that we smoked on the grill earlier at 350 degrees. We seasoned it up with that Ron's Screaming Pig Rub as well. But again, I'm using what's called a gourmet blend. It's got some baby bellas in there. It's got some shiitake mushrooms in there. But you can use any kind of mushrooms you like. This is just what I had available to me here at the store. So that's what I got. I'm pretty much done. I'm going in the grill, right? So I'm going to go on in the grill right now. And this is a part you kind of want to be careful on. I'm a messy cook, and I'm a lazy cook. I admit it, and I'm a messy cook.
Lazy cook. I haven't seen anything lazy out of you, man.
I've got a bunch of leftover mushrooms as well. So I'm actually going to put them in this little cast iron skillet. It's going to enjoy it later. I've got some fresh garlic here. I'm also going to press into those. And then I got some leftover bacon. All of this stuff that I have left over for building these bad boys. Greek seasoning on here as well. So this just allows me to not waste any food. This gives us at least a chance to possibly eat this tonight instead of it just sitting. What are you working with over there?
All right, so I got some burrata naan that I made, little naan flatbreads that I made earlier today. These are gluten-free, by the way, mind you, but these are really good. So I got one, I'm making one right now. I brushed a little bit of butter with some garlic, slap on some of this steak. I got a little zucchini. Throw a little zucchini on there that I've already cooked up. A little bit of onion we're gonna throw on there. Let's put a little bit of this burrata. I'm just gonna dig right in with my fingers. Some tomatoes, pop a little basil on there. We just throw that right back on the grill. It's only gonna take like 2 minutes and that's gonna be done. So, but I've got a couple other ribeyes that I gotta get going. We're gonna throw those on, slap a little olive oil on it. So I'm gonna throw a little of the Greek rub on some of this guy over here. We're just letting that guy, he's gonna melt down a little bit with the burrata and some tomatoes. And then we're gonna work these other ribeyes right now, let those guys crank out. Just pulled off.
Oh, wow.
Probably the hardest thing that takes time is making the naan bread.
Right.
That was it. Simple. And this is
I'll try that, man.
my monkey just showed up.
Hey, how are
Say
you?
hi to Jody.
Jody.
My son Corbin.
Good to see you again, buddy. I've already got a couple of them already, almost finished already. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish them off. We're just gonna give them a little bit of extra flavor. For the Alice Springs chicken, you gotta use a little bit of honey mustard sauce on top. And put it in the middle. That way it runs down both sides. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Again, it's gonna seep into those crevices that you cut, those slits that you cut. Then we'll take a little bit of Italian dressing, and Greg's probably gonna kill me for this, but we're gonna put a little bit extra Italian dressing on there as well. And we're gonna get some fresh, shredded cheese over there. You can actually take this sliced cheese and place it on the inside of all of those slits. But for this one,
just stick it right on there.
Put it right on there for these. But these are almost finished. And then for my Italian, I've got a little bit of extra mozz ready, willing, and able to sacrifice itself for the cause. And I'm just going to use it all. Forget it. I ain't worried about it. And we're going to put the basil on right when we pull it off, okay? Because we don't want that basil to wilt. We want it to stay nice and fresh. We want all of that goodness when we bite into it. I want all of that delicious basil flavor. We're going to let that cheese melt for about 5 minutes. And we're gonna pull it off. It's gonna be delicious.
I think this is like rare, is what I think. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, it's not rare.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
It looks good.
It looks good. It looks good. Anytime you're dealing with any kind of poultry or chicken, you really need a good meat row thermometer. 165, it's safe to eat. I took it to 170. It's easy peasy. It's good to go. But again, because we sliced it up, you know, it's going to be a little bit easier to kind of take apart and eat. You know, we didn't dry the chicken out. We flavored it. It's got some good smoke flavor on it from that Ultimate Blend pellets. It's not overpowering.
Crazy town, man.
So good.
Crazy town. Wow. All right, here we go. This one's sitting in here, nice and happy. It's got Lulu's name on it. Oh! Wow. Oh, smoking with a little fig on there. You got zucchini. You can use whatever kind of veggies you want. Put some mushrooms on it. Put some shiitakes on there. Put some crimini, whatever you want. A little basil.
Oh.
What are you slapping on there?
Ooh, nice.
All right, so I got some green
That looks
onions.
super good.
Green onions, some honey, and then for the Italian one, again, I put some of that balsamic glaze on top of it. We also put some of that delicious fresh basil. And before we get out of here, I do have my, you know, I'm known for my dad jokes.
Yes.
So I do have a good dad joke for everybody
You
out
got a
there.
good one?
They're willing to hear it. All right, so why did the cookie go to the doctor?
Why did the cookie go to the doctor, Jody?
Because he was feeling crummy.
Oh!
Corbin's gonna finish us out, Jody. Oh.
Devil wants down to Georgia. You want to hear that?
Oh, yeah. Whoa.